Hello and what's up and welcome back to My Hero Academia Season 7 Episode 12. Whoo, man, it always sucks the weeks that don't have MHA. It feels like it's been ages since I've been able to watch it. And to top it all off, I'm pretty sure next week will also be a week off of MHA because the sub took another week off last week, right? So if, you know, it sucks. I don't like taking weeks off, and I don't like that the dub has to continuously take weeks off when the sub took a week off. Like, you're already behind. Catch up, bro. Like, I know they probably have a very legitimate reason for that. Like, they get sent the materials at a certain time or whatever. But I do know that in the past, they did simuldubs for the show where it came out on the same day. It's possible. I want them to do that again. It is great. That was the most amazing time. Dodging spoilers for this show is some of the most stressful times. Like, when MHA is airing, that's some of the most stressful time for me in terms of dodging spoilers, because people are posting MHA stuff everywhere, and I also watch so much MHA content. Like, you know, I'll watch reaction videos to MHA, and I'll you know, take in fan art of MHA and stuff a lot, and so since I take in a lot of MHA related media, they recommend it to me. YouTube or whatever website I'm on is like, oh, you love this show, right? Here's all the spoilers. And I have to quickly scroll past. Anyway, let's jump into Season 7, Episode 12. The previous episode was the Bakugo one, right? Oh my god. Jesus. That was an insane episode. Obviously, like, a standout of the season. And, like, Clifford Chapin did such an incredible job. But, I mean, the good thing about having 2 weeks is I've kind of healed from watching that episode. So, let's jump into the new episode and check it out. Make sure to support this video if you can. Liking the video, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel. All that stuff helps me out a lot because I'm a small channel, so it really assists me. And go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions, early access, and exclusive videos. So, let's jump into this. Season 7, Episode 12 of My Hero Academia.
Midoriya. First wielder. Yeah?
Hey, man.
I just can't shake. About what?
That Bakugo's dead?
Keep increasing in number.
Oh, God.
Hang on, is that?
What? What was that? I just saw some dots on the horizon. Oh my god.
No one will question our victory. Because our match is gonna be flawless.
Yep.
For this race. Understand?
I like that he's remembering this in this time.
Actual strength competes.
Like, this is the guy who overwhelmed Class B.
You can't let it end like that.
Oh.
Doria gets here, so put a smile on your face.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh,
How
Mario.
could you do such a thing? You shouldn't have left this to your students.
Jesus Christ.
Racer. I'm disappointed. Prize is waiting when Izuku Midoriya gets here.
Oh. Best Genius is trying. Miko! Careful! Jesus!
If only I'd been one hop faster!
Oh.
It was a pathetic operation from top to bottom. Since then, your numbers have... It's only natural that some of them will die. You made the first move.
Holy shit.
You prepared as best you could, and enough. You needed more numbers.
Oh god, last season was disastrous. I forgot how bad it went for us.
Had the right idea. I'm actually grateful that I got to fight
What?
you. A little intuition, you start to get the hang of it.
Huh?
Right before you iced me,
What
I took
the
a
fuck?
chance and
He's
tried
up?
to copy your big move. Well,
Oh
I'm doing it
shit,
right.
he did do it.
What do you think?
Oh my god.
No, Onima! Honing his quirk on his own.
Shit, man, I didn't even think Darby would be. I mean, we saw a tease of it.
Lay off me, Mr. Daddy Issues. Point Endeavor, Gunga Villa fighting all for one.
Oh no.
Cut their losses. In business, conservatism is the enemy of innovation.
Feel good.
Hey, we're getting a bunch of system errors. I think
Oh, this is so stressful. Mandalay!
After the revolution, vestiges of the old order must not remain.
I can't believe Skeptic's still useful.
Of the past must be silenced.
I really thought he wouldn't be useful at all.
Are not needed in the new world that
Oh,
we are
God.
building.
Need to behave! do with the village?
Oh, the teacher.
Bakugo too. There's no way they'll lose.
Oh.
Don't go too crazy, okay?
Okay. Yeah, we know.
And these two spies.
You put our forces on the defensive during the last battle. They weren't able to accomplish much of anything from what
Fuck, man.
Villains are the ones who violate. We
Oh my
must
God.
push forward toward our dreams with no
Oh no, he's healing. I mean, he's rewinding to fucking him, you know?
Confiscated the chemicals that the Shie
He doesn't have a fucked up
was
face.
manufacturing. As it turns out, the original substance was derived from someone's quirk.
Yep.
Don't you think? In the process of refining the formula, I focused on the quirk's original effect. different from
Yeah.
that of the
So you got
rounds.
Ares'
I don't mean
quirk.
to bloat. Assuming things go to plan and you get out of the slammer, it should
Okay,
prove
it's a
useful
one-time
in making
thing.
Your dream come true.
So it's not like a constant quirk he has.
everlasting and unrelenting.
That guy's so fucked
You
up.
should be proud, Dev. I knew I might have to play this card.
Wow.
Never thought I would need it to beat the likes of you.
Hearing his voice like that is so weird.
Younger. His body.
Like we're not hearing it in the Darth Vader Bane-esque way, you know?
Is that Ares' quirk?
Wow, they even recognized it as Ares' quirk.
Oh no!
Light as air.
Oh my god. Oh no, this girl's cute. What are you doing?
Take your cape as well while I'm at it. Fighting in the nude.
Who's that?
He stole this woman's quirk and her cape. What was that
This
quirk?
rewind quirk engaged me till I vanished from existence completely. A bold move, but useless in the end.
Oh
Now, if
god.
you'll excuse me.
Oh
Suicidal
no.
power-up proves he's desperate.
Yeah.
Just needs one more solid shot.
So he has a time limit
Gotta stall
now.
for time.
Could you enlighten me? Just for funsies?
It's quite simple, so that's what I plan to do. Take away the future of everyone in this world.
Oh my god,
That's
dude.
all I've ever wished for from the very beginning.
He's so fucked. Whoa.
This is the moment to strike immediately, then our country will also be in danger.
We're going to the
I
White
think you're
House.
underestimating. Developed nations are already putting together plans to gain Tomura's trust. It's going to turn into a desperate race.
Oh, this is...
A race to surrender to pure evil? That's insanity!
Strike back when the time's right.
If he gains control here, that
I don't know if
time will
there
never
is,
come.
yeah, gonna
You'll
be a
have heel
time.
firmly planted on all of our necks.
Our future.
This is the time to try to take him down.
The position is forcing you to say these things.
Not so fast.
Whoa. Careful, dude. You can't reach into your pocket next to the president.
I ask you. It is for that purpose that heroes wield their power. For everyone's
Jeez, Best Genius, he's still trying. Is he gonna do anything? Is he gonna actually succeed at anything? Edgeshot. Wow. Edgeshot's face.
Shot. I am the ninja hero. That includes the human body.
Whoa.
Plenty of experience in that regard.
Oh my
Must
god.
never abandon hope.
tear him apart with your teeth if you must!
Of course, she'll do it. She'll fucking do it.
This heart may have stopped.
Miyako's gonna go
will beat
wild.
again.
She
I'll make certain
has so much passion.
replace what's missing and get his blood pumping again.
Oh my god.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Jesus! Edgeshot's just giving himself to Bakugo's body?
President Hakamata.
Oh!
If I must, I will become this child's heart.
Jesus Christ! That's some Chainsaw Man shit right there.
Wash gave me one of his bubbles. I'll use it to sterilize myself before starting the
Oh.
operation.
Interesting. Oh.
I'll mend both the outside and inside of each organ.
Oh my
And
god.
kickstart his heart and lungs. Internal CPR.
Jesus Christ, this is
Fight,
kind
Miko.
of scary.
Your efforts have not been in vain.
Although I hate seeing like
Wake up and breathe.
the inside of a
We
body. I
can
hate
win
seeing
this.
limbs and
Come back to
not
life.
limbs,
Unfortunately,
organs and shit.
as Edgeshot, the strain on his body becomes increasingly unbearable.
Kamihara.
I already finished the job.
Oh god.
Did you?
Someone needs to stop him! Miko, bite his fucking... Oh! I knew Miyako would fucking do it. She's probably gonna die, maybe, I don't know.
Badly.
She's such a fucking badass constantly.
That last hit I took, it did sting a little.
It did.
Maybe all their attacks are starting to afraid of some background extra.
You don't dare call Bakugo an extra. Oh my god. Nice!
I'm not laying down yet.
I love Mirio just using his ability to cover his eyes.
It'll be with no regrets.
Oh yeah, Miko's so great! She's beating you with a stump!
Tomura Shigaraki's body is constantly searching for the optimal form.
Yep.
At first, that form seemed to be a bloated mass of fingers clambering for destruction.
Now what
It
the
kept
fuck's
his
it gonna
foes at bay
be?
and overwhelmed the world around him.
Oh, that's
But
awful.
the heroes overcame this form. Mental stress ate away at him. He was
What the
breaking down,
fuck?
bonded. It found a new
What?
optimal form.
It's like a
one
mech
better
suit.
suited for the fight.
Whoa! What a design, honestly. That's insane. No! Oh. I don't want Mirio to have to watch her die. Oh.
Not worth my time.
Oh. That's so awful.
No more
He
distractions.
can't even do anything to stop him.
I can't do anything.
Oh.
You don't get to switch to a defensive form. Ready to counter anything.
That's a insane form. Oh.
Damn it! Is this it?
Oh, Mirio.
This is all wrong.
You'll be okay. You're going to best hero the world's ever seen.
He feels like he's letting his master down.
Right, Night-Eye!
The barrier.
Huh?
Hang on for 2 seconds.
So the Deku can come in?
What? Longer than you think. What can I do?
Oh my god.
Nothing to him, even just for 1 second. Somehow.
Come on, Mirio. Oh.
Without joy and laughter to balance the sorrow.
Wait, he's gonna do it with happiness?
Right.
Is he gonna do some fucking practical joke? Oh, we get to see Night-Eye laugh.
Hey, you.
Yeah, he is.
Gloria!
Oh my god! Just enough distraction. Oh! Holy shit! Deku's here. Okay. Wow. Awesome episode. I really liked it. What to talk about? I mean, quite a lot happened to that episode. I actually, when the halfway point hit, I looked at the time and I was like, how are we not at the end of this episode already? Like this, they put so much into this. There was so much. I wonder. No, I don't wonder. I actually don't. I don't want to be a part of it because I know that it seems like they are finding a way to heal Bakugo, right? And that's a big priority right now. And I am fine with that. I am a-okay with that being the storyline, especially since My Hero. I mean, I would be okay with it if this wasn't the case as well, I think. But especially since My Hero is very much supposed to be like American comics, Western comics, Marvel, that sort of stuff, and like that, and comic books, that's like classic comic book stuff. Like that's comic book 101, is like characters will die and be brought back all the fucking time. That's just like no one is dead permanently in comics, it feels like. And so like that seems like Horikoshi a big part of his inspiration in going into this stuff. He's inspired by comics and Star Wars and all that. And so like it makes sense that he would do that, where it's like, oh, you have this major character and we'll give him a major death, but we'll also work to bring him back. I'm generally okay with it if I feel like it is. I mean, first of all, it's Horikoshi's story. I want him to tell the story he wants to tell. And secondly, if it feels like what was I gonna say? I was in the middle of a sentence and then I interrupted myself. If it feels like the moment was still like great despite, you know, the character coming back, and that the character still has stuff to offer after they come back. I feel like if you brought Bakugo back, he still has a lot to offer to this show, genuinely. So I am okay with them bringing him back. There are some shows where there's deaths, and I think One Piece is a good example of this, and I'm not going to spoil which deaths in One Piece, but there are some things in One Piece where, like, if you watch it, you'll know which ones I'm talking about, where the deaths happen, and then the characters come back, but it's like, the characters are coming back almost for no reason. Like, it actually just feels like if they cut out that 5-minute scene of that character coming back, the show would have been better off for it. Because it's not like the character came back and then became a big part of the show. The character just comes back and then we leave them and never see them again. And it's like, it just kind of, it ruins the moment for no reason. But like Bakugo, if he came back, there's a reason for that. I mean, there's so much you can do with Bakugo. I would want to see Bakugo and Deku's relationship going forward. I'd want to see the sort of hero that Bakugo becomes in the future. Like, there's a lot I want out of that character. But if he's dead, that's also great. You know, like, that's also a really engaging story. But the thing is, whenever I watch scenes like this, the only thing that actually gets me is knowing that I'm gonna see whining about it, because it's a trope that a lot of people don't like, is, you know, bringing back it's called the death is cheap trope, right? People bringing back people who die after a really cool death moment. And like, to me, the whining from everyone is what sours the actual moment, you know? Like, it wouldn't be Horikoshi souring the moment for me with his writing. It would be all the fans souring the moment for me because they're whining about it. I don't know if people are whining about it. I just saw it happen. I don't know. But I'm just, like, sort of predicting that. I can sort of feel that is going to be the case. And with MHA, I think it's particularly bad. I have a big, like, I don't really, you know, I don't think fan bases make or break shows. I don't subscribe to the thing of like, oh, I've never watched this show because I hate the fan base, or like, oh, I like this show, but like, man, the fan base ruined it for me, or whatever, you know? Like, people say that a lot about stuff like Rick and Morty, and there was another, like, major example that I had in my head, but I can't think of what it is right now. But they're like, Rick and Morty, I think, is a perfect example where it's like, a lot of people, when it was coming out, were like, oh, this is like a cool, funny adult sci-fi show where it's like, yeah, it's juvenile and silly, but at the same time it has some really interesting concepts and is doing some stuff that other shows aren't doing, and it's got these iconic characters from the start, you know. And so you would think that, and then, like, it got really popular, and then there are some Rick and Morty fans that went insane and crazy and that were pretentious about it, and that were, like, just crazy. And then a lot of people now distance themselves from the show because they don't want to be seen as, like, a Rick and Morty fan, because what do you imagine when you think of a Rick and Morty fan? Now, I'm a Dan Harmon fan. I loved Community. I loved Rick and Morty. I still love Rick and Morty, honestly, and I still I used to listen to Dan Harmon's podcast, Harmontown. I listened to every episode multiple times. I used to listen to it every day, basically. It's a like, I do really like it, and I don't like to distance myself from things that I like just because of other people that like it, you know? It doesn't feel right to me, and it doesn't change the show. So at the same time, you know, I'm not going to say, like, oh, I'm not with MHA fans, but with all that being said, what I've seen about MHA fans and people talking about MHA is, like, people just get so negative as the series goes on more and more. But it feels like Horikoshi's like a fun, good guy. And it feels like the story has a pretty optimistic message to it and still has some heart to it, and like it's just like a series of kind of cool moments that are happening. Like I feel like people whine too much, and as the series goes on, I just don't trust people's opinions on this show anymore. Whenever I'm hearing people talk about the show, I zone out because I feel like most criticisms of this show are so lame and dumb. Like I know there are legitimate criticisms, sure, but I just don't buy most of the things people say about the show. So people are like talking about the ending right now of the actual manga, and I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can. And I have avoided most of it, but I have seen that there's a lot of like negativity surrounding the ending and people who are saying they hated the ending or whatever. And I just like, at this point, I just don't care about those people who say that. Maybe I won't like the ending, I don't know, but people have lost my trust. I don't trust people with the criticisms of this show anymore, because it seems they seem terrible at it. I've heard these complaints since season 4 of the show, and they've never held any water to me. I've rewatched this show so many times. I know what I like about the show, and it works for me. So yeah. Anyway, that was a big tangent because I am predicting the backlash, and I mean, I'm probably saying it after the backlash because obviously it already happened in the manga, it already happened in the sub version. So I like the backlash is probably already happening. But anyway, so All For One can rewind, but he can only do it this one time, and it seems like, as I was kind of thinking before, it's the like Aries version, like old version of the quirk where she can't control it. So it's going to just be continuously rewinding him until he's nothing. So All For One is dead. Like his original body is going to be dead, but he basically has like in D&D, it's like the Barbarian Rage. I forgot what it's called, but there's one type of Barbarian Rage where it's like, if you were in a rage and you hit 0 hit points, you can die, right? You make death saving throws and you can die, but you will not stop moving until your rage ends. So basically until the minute is up or whatever. So essentially someone can kill you and you still attack them and kill them, and you're still running around doing all this shit, knowing that as soon as this rage is over, you're dead. That's basically what All For One is doing right now. He's in this rage, and he's now going to be incredibly powerful, I imagine, but he is going to die at the end of it. It's just how much damage can he do, and how much can he set things up for Tomura in this time. And that is terrifying. Also, the fact that he is young again, and we're not hearing his voice in a little thing like this, but instead we're hearing his voice like this. And that's something I didn't even think about, the fact that I'm so used to hearing him in a mask and like with his, you know, and also I think the voice actor does a slightly different voice for the younger version, but I'm really not used to it, and so it's crazy. It was like wild for me to hear. I'm looking. Miyako is fucking, every time that we see her, it's like she puts all of it on the line. She does not care about her own body. She will fight with the most aggression you've ever seen every time we see her. And I love that consistency of her character. And as soon as Edgeshot shouted out to Miyako to, like, you know, attack him, whatever, I knew Miyako was going to be pulling off some limbs. Like, that's what she does. She will do whatever it takes. And it's so admirable and terrifying. But, I mean, that's what made her in season 6 so insane, is like she kept being injured beyond belief, and you kept thinking like, oh no, that's it, she's gone. And then she would just tear off a limb and go for it, you know? So she's fucking awesome, and I love Miyako so much. And then Mirio, it honestly makes a lot of sense. Like, it's a sort of goofy moment of like Mirio sticking his ass to the floor and doing the whole Peach joke, but it does make a lot of sense. You know, that is what Night Eye taught him. Night Eye said, like, this needs to be a world filled with joy and laughter, and that's how you're supposed to be doing this. That's how you're supposed to be a hero. And I've been rewatching, like, I'm on my rewatch of BnHA right now. I'm on season 4. And by my rewatch, I mean my 10th rewatch of this show, at least. I'm on season 4 right now. and like they were talking about like, oh, you know, there's a whole side of Night Eye that you haven't seen. It's the side where he's like laughing and you really want to see him laugh. And then I was watching the season, I was like, man, we really never really saw him laugh, you know? We saw him like smile, but we never really saw him laughing. And then they show it here. They show him laughing and it looks so cute. I actually wish that flashback had sound, because I would have loved to hear Brandon McInnes doing Night Eye laughing. I don't know. It just sounds like it would be very wholesome. But I really liked that they showed us that, and I like that they give Mirio that moment where it's like, it's not about his power, it's not about how strong he is. This is something he could have been doing even without his quirk. This is like just the pure heart of who Mirio is. I adore that. But now Deku's here, and we're gonna fucking, I mean, we're in the second core basically now, right? And Deku's gonna be, I imagine this whole season is going to be Deku and Shigaraki fighting. Wow, alright, well, that's BnHA Season 7, Episode 12, I think. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.